WA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Shutterguard.com.au, Perth's best roller shutters for over 30 years. Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes. And CD Dodd, scrap metal recyclers.
We are at the second half of the 2021 CD Dodd Perth Premier League, and if the first half of the season was anything to go by, then the closeness and competitiveness of this competition is certainly going to be turned up tonight in the first of our doubleheader matches for round 12. Paul Bessick with you in the commentary box, and as always, a great pleasure to have your company. Thanks to our title sponsors in CD Dodd and our media partners, Front Row Screens, bringing you live action every Friday night across the 2021 season. In our first match, the Northern Vikings take on the Coburn Blackhawks. The Vikings in third place after a good win over the Sharks 2-1 last week. The Blackhawks, well, they were soundly beaten by the Flyers Orange 8-2 despite getting an early jump. And to make things worse for the Blackhawks, a couple of players have been ruled out for injury. Zane Neal and Nathan Lacasse. Lacasse reportedly had a few ACL issues through the week, and he's been ruled out, and a few number changes as well. Blake Cuthbert, number 16 tonight, and Scott Hiller at number 17 as well. For the Vikings, well, they're going in unchanged from their win over the Sharks, and that man, David Kudler, is certainly going to be a key tonight. He was vital in setting up those 2 goals from the defensive transition, and he will be hard to beat. He's got speed, he's got flair, and of course he could go through 2 defenders like, of course, the Swiss Army knife through cheese, make no mistake about that. The Blackhawks, they too have a couple of good players at their disposal to contain the Vikings' speed. Drew Robson, of course, he's named in the side. The captain, Jordan Grover, Liam Campbell, and Benny Williams. But what they have to do in order to beat the Vikings here tonight, they have to play tighter with the puck, use it effectively. The turnovers last week often leaked goal on the fast breakaway. The defensive unit tonight needs to lift if they want to get to 2 points and generate more coverage on the offensive slot. The side, they're just playing a bit too loose and opening up in that area. Get tighter coverage there and enhance chances at the late tip in when the puck is in attack. The Vikings in their last 2 games, however, have scored 3 goals, which is slightly down on their averages last season compared to where they started as well. And they need to get on the board quickly, and they do have the depth. As we mentioned, Kudler, Caden Gould, who's playing against his old side tonight, and also Spencer McCauley and Dwayne Pieper are among those. Jon Lebeck as well. He is one to watch. And if the Blackhawks are in attack, the Vikings, they can push their defensive unit forward onto the center ice, I should say, and force them back, forcing a turnover into a leak goal. And they are ruthless when the puck is in defence. They've improved on their performances last year, where they finished second last in the 2020 competition, but they are looking really good for a final spot. In the ladder as it stands, the Vikings on 9 points from their first 8 games and have a goal difference of -5. The Blackhawks, well, they need to win tonight if they want to stay close with the Vikings. They are currently on 6 points. And a nice little Richie Beno figure, if you will, 2-2-2. That being 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties. So this should be a very interesting game in the first of our round 12 action here at the Perth Ice Arena in Malaga. And we also invite you, wherever you may be, across Western Australia and around the world, on our Front Row Screens live stream on Facebook and YouTube as well. So make sure you click on the Front Row Screens and watch our stream to see all the best in Western Australian ice hockey action as the players get themselves back into position and in their last huddle before the first of our 3 periods tonight. Remember, 20 minutes continuous time in the first and second periods, and 15 minutes plus stoppage time in the third and final period. The Blackhawks side, as you can see there on your screen, they are a really good unit, but they're just playing a little too loose at the moment. They just need to use the puck a little better, and they do have a few mature players that can do that. We've got Scott Hillier, Blake Cuthbert, James Woodman, one of their main alternates for the side, and under Jason McMahon. They've really had to do it tough this season. A couple of big losses, especially last week against the Flyers Orange. They've got some scorers. They've got some weapons out there. They've got Sack, Kazala. But what will they have to do in that defensive unit without a couple of their best defenders, Zane Neal and Nathan Lacasse, who are not playing tonight in this game? It'll be an important one for them. Of course, playing away from their usual home in Coburn. They did not do that at all in the 2020 season when we had a 16 competition. Now they're doing so again. It's good to see them here at the Perth Ice Arena once again. They are a very good side. Of course, Charlie Smart, you can see there. And GK, who's worked very hard in his his first season with the Blackhawks. And the Vikings also get back into position. Looks like it's going to be Tomek Sack or Liam Campbell for the Blackhawks. Well, it's Christopher Shade for the Blackhawks that'll start things off when the puck drops. And also Grant Humiston will start things off. Second half of CD Dodd Perth Premier League. The preliminary rounds is underway. There's a bit of a delay there, telling players to push back. The puck drops and round 12 is go. The Blackhawks get first use of it. And it's an open ice pass out towards the attacking zone for the Blackhawks, and immediately they get an entry, but at the same time, it is an icing call, so the Vikings will get the first chance at the offensive zone for that first goal. Blackhawks coverage in that low slot will be carefully monitored in this game tonight. They've got 3 in that area. Humiston wins that out against Kazala. Vikings forced to push back behind the goal line. Minson getting pinned to the boards by a couple of Vikings. The puck being pushed back. It was in the direction of Sack, but well played in the end by Levesque. Played along the sideboards. Campbell tries to go for the backhander pass. Levesque with the slap shot. Carefully cut off. Back and forth it goes on centre ice. Just alongside the Vikings bench. Well played by the Vikings. But a better effort too by the Blackhawks to keep it in their attacking zone. The shot comes in from centre ice just to the right-hand post. And the Vikings will get this one back out. Levesque. He plays it along the wings. He's forced wide. Hamilton. Slap shot. He goes bang, but well clutched by Smart on the second attempt. And that's the first real shot on target for the third place Vikings. We'll have another face-off in the Vikings attacking zone. Great to have your company here at the Perth Ice Arena. Clash between third and fourth. The Vikings and the Blackhawks. That is a very important game. Levesque, another face-off win. It's thrusted forward there by Williams. Holman. Nice little 180. Pushes the puck forward. Keeping it in front is Hamilton. He goes for the wrist shot, but just above the post. Vikings doing a brilliant job in keeping the puck in that offensive zone. Williams goes to McEwen. And Holman. Out the back, Holman almost would have been a late tip in there by Moffat. Blackhawks rebound. Out of the defensive zone. And again, that forward push by the Vikings defense really putting the Blackhawks under a bit of pressure. Here's Tudu. Fine play in the end. He keeps it along the wings. Goes for it. Late tip in. That was Woodman. Williams is able to cut that one off, but the Blackhawks get it back. Williams, he played a bit casually there, under pressure. Almost losing it to Moffat, but Williams keeps it in front. He plays it to the end boards. Now Corey Booton is exposed the crease for a moment there. Luckily the Blackhawks, or the Vikings I should say, can turn it over, but a little bit of miscommunication sees the Vikings push it back into that offensive zone, but getting to it first is Williams. He plays it along the wings, intended for Rayner. Grover now with the defensive takeaway. Nice little 180 by the Blackhawks captain. Grover again. It's on the low slot area. They're under pressure. The shot comes in from Spencer. And again, Charlie Smart under pressure, knowing that that was going to be a turnover and he'll have to face the music. He did it well, and a fine save by the Blackhawk net tender as we take you to the CD Dodd replay. People pushing that one forward. And he was in the path of Spencer. He had some space on the corner of the slot, but just didn't get to it in time. And we'll take you back live now as the Blackhawks make another big entry onto their offensive zone, but it's cut off by Piefer and forcing the Blackhawks back onto centre ice now. Sack. He plays it across. And now they can open things up here. Lovely pass in the direction of Sack. He goes from the corner and gets the first one on the board. Fine setup by the Blackhawks from defence into attack. The pass came in from Kazala. It was a beautiful wrist pass out to the path of Tomek Sack. And Sack found some space on the left-hand corner to strike first for the Blackhawks, as we see on the CD Dodd replay. Completely through the two Vikings defenders. And Tomek Sack, with the greatest of ease, gets the wrist shot to go to the back of the net and makes it 1-0 for the Blackhawks on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Just the start that they're after in this crucial game. Just under 5 minutes played in this opening period. Remember, 20 minutes continuous in the first two periods. Now the Blackhawks looking for another big entry. Again, that forward press from defence for the Vikings. Turns it over. Goes out towards Kudla. Kudla almost illegally interfered with. He goes for the wrist shot. And easily saved there on his chest. Smart. He flicks it forward. Shade goes with the backhand. A little casual blind pass. And the Vikings allowed themselves to play it out wide through Kudla. Keeps it in front. Goes cross ice. It was going towards Macaulay. And Skylar Lowe. Turned over again. The Blackhawks, they got some space along the wings, but it's cleverly cut off there by Sedenko. And it's just over the bench and a bit of a delay in the game. In fact, it landed in the penalty box. And the referee able to retrieve it very quickly indeed. Good standard start so far in this game. It's going to be by neutral line for a face-off. Hamilton wins out on that one. He pushes it forward in the direction of Moffat. It's hoisted high, back onto centre ice. Kazala couldn't take clean possession on that one. Lovely pass through centre ice by Kudla, but immediately cut off. This is a good start by the Blackhawks. They're starting to get a few more entries inside that offensive zone. Well played by Sack. Looking for the backhand across ice in the direction of Campbell, but it was turned over by Kudla, allowing Hamilton to break away. He goes out there towards Karius, the captain. Kudla loses his skates and takes clean possession. Eventually, he cleans up one of his Blackhawks opponents. Hamilton from the back goal line. Beautiful pass out there to Kudla. He shoots, looking for the tip-in. Well saved by Smart and Co. And the Blackhawks have got a breakaway going. Will they go cross ice? Will he go to Grover? He does, but just out of Grover's reach. And that allowed the Vikings to go on an offensive takeaway once again. Hamilton, he's got Moffat in support. He elects to go himself with the backhand just by the left post. And again, the Vikings looking to break free. Holman in front. Stick checked in the end there by Williams. But Jordan Williams for the Vikings combines. Turned over. Woodman and Hiller. And keep in mind, of course, there is a number change too. Scott Healy, number 17, and Blake Cuthbert, 16 tonight. For those that are joining us for the first time. Speak of the devil, here is Cuthbert from the corner. Putin's deflection allowing Jack Karius to turn it over, but it's a 3-on-2 in favour of the Blackhawks. And the Vikings push back into their defensive zone, allowing the turnover to be inflicted by Jordan Williams. Clever backhand out there to Macaulay. Can take clean possession. Macaulay keeps it in front. He's under pressure now from behind the goal line. Minson allowing that turnover only momentarily. They play it on the outer wing. Centre ice to Holman, back to Macaulay. Macaulay, beautiful wrist pass. Back onto the defensive zone to open things up. Almost 8 minutes into this opening period. It's a 1-0 lead to the Blackhawks. Tomek Sack getting the opening goal with a beautiful setup pass by Liam Campbell. And in the meantime, it is an icing call, and it will go back to the Blackhawks attacking zone, but they have another good chance in adding to their advantage that they have at the present time. 1-0. The scoreline on the CD Dodd scoreboard. Streaming live on front row screens and on our Perth Premier League Facebook page as well. So go on to facebook.com/Perth Premier League. You can see all the action as well as highlights, the results if you missed it. And every week we update the CD Dodd PPL ladder as the Vikings again gain another entry. Macaulay under pressure, almost illegally tripped up. The referees say get on with it. So do the linesmen as Woodman carries that puck forward. And it's beautifully set up towards Grover and Campbell and Kazala. Here's Sack again. Goes through the slot. He shoots. Fine save by Booten to his right. Pieper under a bit of pressure now. The Blackhawks playing with a little more conviction than what occurred last week against the Flyers Orange. They're getting those turnovers left, right and centre. Woodman again. Finds the gap. Almost cut off by a couple of Vikings. Levesque beautifully positioned, allowing Humiston to turn it over for the moment. Campbell, the open ice pass covered by Booten from behind the goal line. And Pieper again. I guess that one to Skylar Lowe, one of the new players in the side. along the boards. Nice physical play there from Lebec. Humiston gets the turnover, passes it back. Lebec and Humiston combining. Humiston from the corner, he shoots, doesn't get that one to go. Well handled by Kudla from centre point, he shoots. And a fine effort too by Charlie Smart on his knees to make the save. We're at the halfway mark now of the first period of this match. A very important one too for both these sides, third versus fourth. And at the 10-minute mark now. On the inner circle, on the attacking zone, and the referee's called an obstruction there. And we'll have a bit of a delay and a repeat in the face-off proceeding. Humiston again wins it out, but loses possession there to Williams, and the Blackhawks can recover. Oh, that was a poor through pass there. The Vikings easily turning that one over. It was back and forth on the low slot for a little bit, but the Blackhawks open it up again. Woodman with the left hand shoots, and a good save by Booten, reaching out there outside the crease with the left glove, making a very good save indeed. We take it to the CD Dodd replay. Again, that setup on the outer wing is really hurting the Vikings at the moment. They're not pushing back quickly enough to contain the Blackhawks set up from defence into attack. They're doing quite well here, the Blackhawks. Williams against Hamilton, and Hamilton wins out. Holman from behind the goal line. And again, the Blackhawks have the numbers in that centre ice area. Minson shoots just by the left post. Williams in front, and a one-on-one there with Sean Tobin. And he goes cross ice on the defensive zone towards Holman, but cut off by Shade. Shade keeping it in front. Into the end boards there by Carius. And now the Vikings having their own physical brand going. Kudla keeps it in front along the wings. He shoots. Fine save there by Smart. Vikings looking to play along the defensive wings now. Carius from the goal line. He's looking for the tip in out the back. Doesn't get that one to go. This is good close defending by the Blackhawks. Woodman with the open ice pass. It's going to be cut off by Christopher Shade, and they get another setup from defence. Good pass by Shade. It's a 2-on-1, but Shade having to avoid an offside call there. Kudla with the defensive takeaway. Now from centre ice, it goes out to Moffat. Just out of his reach there. And Jordan Grover will come up to meet it. And it's on the right-hand defensive wing. Vikings again looking to recycle this one. Hamilton shoots, and it's way wide of the right-hand post. But recovering that one is Spencer, slowly manning it from behind the goal line. Hamilton again, and down to the creases, Charlie Smart. Another good save, and it stops another entry in their tracks for the Vikings. They've only had about 4 or 5 shots on target. The Blackhawks have also got that same amount of shots on target so far in this opening period. It's still 1-0, or 1-0 I should say, with about 7.5 minutes to go. The next goal here will be crucial with the way the game is going. Woodman with the backhand onto the outer wings. It bypasses a few Vikings defenders. It's met by Kazala. Kazala cross ice behind the net. Piefer. Oh, nice physical pressure there by Tomic Sack with the backhand. And saving his team's bacon there was Jordan Williams for the Vikings. Goes through one, goes through two. Passing straight onto Rayner, but he couldn't get all of that one. Smart recovering that one. Casually turns it over. And the Blackhawks recovering off that errant disposal of the puck. Grover almost losing direction there, but he eventually goes with the backhand out towards the goal line. Williams pushes forward to Piefer, and it opens up the play again. Piefer, open ice pass out towards the goal line. No icing call will be made. Lebec tries to play it out in front, but he's met by 3 Blackhawks players. One of them there was Captain Grover. And getting a bit casual there. Kudla, he shoots from the end. He goes for the tip in, and instantly cut off by 3 Blackhawks defenders. That's where they could probably win this game if they keep this up. It's still early stages though, but their coverage in the low slot area much improved compared to last week. Kudla, he shoots. Off the tip in, Humiston, it's a scramble for it. Coming off the back is Skylar Lowe, but it's cut off again by the defence of the Blackhawks. Kudla Heavily checked by Williams. Booton's pulled out of the goals. Very risky move early in this game. And luckily for him and his side, there is a stoppage. And it looks as though the penalty has been called. And going to the penalty box is number 15, I think, Casey Minson. So we'll roll off the first Shutterguard power play of the night. It'll be Casey Minson. That'll spend some time in the penalty box for the next 2 minutes. And the Vikings have that vital advantage now, 5-on-4. Vikings will look to use that extra man on the ice to score this vital penalty goal. But they have to be patient here because the Blackhawks defence has been very good. Zdenko going cross ice. It's turned over. It goes out there to Chalaru. And Corey Booton recovers that one all on his own. And casually played behind the goal line by Kudla. Plays it along the wings. Ricochet off the skates of Zdenko. Woodman under a bit of pressure now. He keeps the puck in front of him. He's got a good reach. Along the sideboards now. Great pass, but I have to say Tomek Sak would have just taken off if he got it. On the outer wing. The Blackhawks again doing everything they can to kill off this penalty. They want to keep the puck on the open ice in their defensive zone in order to chew off penalty time, which is obvious. As you see there, Grover with a long slap shot from the right-hand point. Moffat breaks away from centre ice. Lovely control by Moffat. Will he go through the third? No, he doesn't. He was pressured there by Christopher Shade and Woodman, allowing Charlie Smart to make a fine save too. Well, good saves by Charlie Smart. He's had a good start to this game. Just joining us, 3.5 minutes to go. 1-0 on the CD Dodd scoreboard in favour of the Blackhawks. With Tomek Sak scoring their only goal thus far. The Vikings eager for a reply. Nice play from Holman. He shoots. And again, Charlie Smart, another fine save. This time to his left. Chewing up penalty time. And I think this Vikings 5-on-4 penalty situation will be killed off as soon as the puck drops, I think. And there's a bit of a late switch up. Going towards the net will be Shade. And as the puck drops and the Blackhawks play it to centre ice, the penalty's being killed off. Minson is allowed back into this game, and the Blackhawks are back at full strength. Great defending by the Blackhawks to kill off this penalty. Williams looked to have been tripped up by the stick. The referee saying nope, was accidental. Humiston goes through one, doesn't get through the second, but he's forced to play it to the open ice. Levesque and Humiston combining. Lovely pass towards Lou. He doesn't get all the slap shot in. It was mistimed. Williams out on defensive ice now. Lovely pass out into the open. Levesque, he shoots. And again down low, Charlie Smart. Really causing a few headaches for the Vikings at the moment. And both sides will make line changes in preparations for this face-off. 2.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. And thank you for joining us live on Front Row Screens, on Facebook and on YouTube. On centre point now is Kudla. Kudla with a high shot, almost tipped in there by Spencer. The Vikings turn it over again. They're starting to put on the pressure since that penalty was killed off. Well done by McCauley in that scramble on the centre of the slot, but emerging from it is Woodman. He needs to be quick here because he's being slowed down ferociously by a couple of Vikings players, and it leads to the turnover. Well played by Rayner. He looks to go forward to Spencer on the slot and doesn't get onto that one. Campbell looking to go through two defenders there. Doesn't do so on his entrance to the slot and is immediately turned over by McCauley. It's an open ice pass to the outer wing. Well recovered there by Piefer, and it's hoisted towards the goals. Booton gently stops it to allow Kudla to go for the defensive turnover, and he gets it back now from Williams. Rayner slowing down the tempo now. The Vikings wanting to control the game on their own terms, but with that goal on the scoreboard and how the Blackhawks have defended, it's really been on their terms. Out towards the offensive zone. Grover, he shoots. Didn't get all of that one. Tomek Sack on centre ice. He's forced to push back. Look at how quickly the Vikings are pushing forward back onto their defensive zone to enforce a turnover. They almost did there. Hamilton putting the pressure on. A little bit of stick checking there on Grover and Robson. It's a long open shot by Tomek Sack. And it was well wide of the left-hand post. Well, that was a little bit of physicality there by Shade. You wouldn't want anything to go against you on that one. Moffat inside the last 20 seconds. They'd love a goal here to level things up before the end of the first. And the Blackhawks would like to double their advantage. Cuthbert, he shoots, and it's going to go towards the net above. And that'll be the last play of this opening period. Blackhawks' goal midway through has really opened it up in their favour. As the buzzer goes to end the first, the Blackhawks take a 1-0 lead here at the Perth Ice Arena in this round 12 clash. The CD Dodd Perth Premier League. The Vikings, they need a little bit of work to do. Coming up after the break, all the second period action.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
You're invited to Perth Ice Arena, Perth's premier ice skating rink. If you're into ice hockey, figure skating, a novice, or just enjoy the fun of ice skating, this is the place for you. Call or visit the website for session times. It's a great place to keep cool.
Charlie Smart, he's worked very hard so far in this opening period as we welcome you back to the Perth Ice Arena for this round 12 clash between the Northern Vikings and the Coburn Blackhawks. Smart has kept a clean sheet in the opening period, evading such crucial shots from the likes of Lou, McClough, Humiston and Hamilton. But if he wants to have a clean sheet for the game, he needs to continue on that form. The Blackhawks hold a 1-0 lead, that only goal being scored by Tomek Sack off the back of a beautiful setup from defence by Liam Campbell, who's had himself a good game as well. And players getting back into their positions now for the start of the second period, the second 20-minute period of this game. Vikings have a little bit of work to do after conceding that goal. And they would really want to get back on the board very quickly. In the last 2 games, only 3 goals have been scored from the Vikings' point of view, which is slightly down in their performances in the last 4 weeks after the lockdown here in WA. But they have got the depth. Starting things off now, Williams and looks like Humiston in this face-off. Period 2 is underway. Blackhawks holding a 1-0 lead. And again, the Vikings forward press forcing the turnover. They would need to do a little bit more of that and convert from the offensive zone. Levesque, he goes cross ice and looking to open things up. It's a scramble. Lou looks for the tip-in but couldn't get it. Kudla, long wrist shot towards the goals. Doesn't get that one. Blackhawks playing it very aggressively. Cuthbert, and up to Shade. He was under a bit of pressure there. Levesque keeps it in front. Lovely backhander out to the rookie in Lou. He goes for the backhand shot. Didn't get plenty of power on that one. Charlie Smart, who you saw out of the break, making another good save as we see on the CD Dodd replay. Vikings coming out of that 2-on-1. Levesque playing it beautifully to the outer wing. Cross ice pass, well executed, but it's just that last part of that set play that didn't go the Vikings' way. The backhander from Skylar Lou. Vikings again winning on the face-off. They desperately need that reply to level the scores. Karius. Hamilton from behind the goal line. Very casual turnover there off the blind pass, but they get it back. And as they get it back, they get rid of it and lose it again. Woodman out to Karius, the captain. Good pad save by Smart. And now the Blackhawks on the breakaway now. Sack, lovely cross-ice pass to Woodman, just couldn't take possession in time. And it left him a little bit further wide to make the shot. Vikings through Moffat. Man from behind the goal line, it's out wide. Williams, beautiful chain of passes opening it up here. Holman shoots and it ricocheted there off Drew Robson and limping for a second there, but the Vikings crucially get possession. Hamilton, he almost spent that one before he had it, but makes up for it with a very good breakaway through the legs of his opponent. Marvellous play by Hamilton. The shot just by the left-hand post. Karius, cross ice out towards the slot. Lou almost intercepting that one. Hamilton, Karius combining to get the turnover. Hamilton from the corner, fakes the slap shot. Out to Karius, he goes bang, but off the back of the net there. It's not a goal if it's off the back. Hoist pass out towards the defensive zone. Grover tripped up and the advantage will stop. And that was a trip up with the stick. That's against Spencer. And it looks as though the penalty will be called on Spencer and he'll have to go to the penalty box. And so this time it'll be the Blackhawks' turn to have the advantage of 5-on-4. Referee making that decision. Very good job all season so far. We'll face off on the outer circle for the Blackhawks. Kudla from the goal line. It's turned over. Minson from the centre point. Wrist pass to Campbell. Campbell going to play it along the inboards to open things up. Sack, the only scorer in the match thus far. Beautiful play out to Kazala, but it goes through Kazala. And the puck towards open ice on that defensive zone. It's immediately covered by Smart. He just lets that one stop to allow Kazala to recycle the puck out of that defensive zone. He plays it out there to Cuthbert, who's wearing number 16 tonight, instead of his usual number 14. Woodman checked off it by Piefer. Campbell in front. Got a couple of players on the high points that he could use. And they go to Minson from the centre point. Woodman with a shot, and he gets it in. James Woodman with a brilliant shot. And they tried to open up space on centre point, and that's what they did to their advantage. And a vital penalty goal at that, the short-handed. As we take a look at the CD Dodd replay. Triangle play set up brilliantly by Minson and Sack. And off the back, Woodman with a good tip in inside the low slot in the one-on-one contest. And it doubles the advantage for the Blackhawks. They now lead 2-0 in the first 5 minutes of the second period. It's all going their way off from centre ice. Hamilton. It's on the 2-on-1. Can he barge through the defenders? No, he doesn't. It was Grover who netted the intercept. Williams breaks from centre ice. He's under pressure from Humiston. He's forced back. Williams inflicting the turnover, combining with Lou. From behind the goal line, Grover. He's pressured. Nice little stick checking going on by two of the Vikings defenders. Williams, he goes for the long shot from corner point. Doesn't get it. Hillier. Oh, no, that's Cuthbert, I should say. Hillier and Cuthbert combining, but they lose the puck again. It's from the end boards, the Vikings, they can play it off. When they keep it on their offensive zone, the Blackhawks are countering by pushing forward and enforcing the turnovers by the centre ice line. Off the backhand, Smart. Just flicking that one back with his hand, allowing Grover to recycle the puck on the defence. But the pressure came in thick and fast from Moffat, allowing Hamilton to recycle that one. Hamilton just above the crossbar. Karius. Back out to his teammate in Kudla. Goes cross ice, but the slot well covered by the Blackhawks defenders. Shea Comes up to meet it. Beautiful cross-ice pass to Minson. He goes for the shot. Well wide of the left post. Sack looking for a double. Long shot. Ricochet there off of a Vikings team defender. Long open ice pass out towards the defensive zone for the Blackhawks, and it'll be nice and cool. 2-0. The Blackhawks lead. And that score will be a vital one from the Blackhawks' point of view. Sammy Dougal giving us viewers' opinion on our Facebook live stream. Ben and Drewski, let's go. Of course, supporters of Drew Robson there. Getting a little bit of love there from fans. Great to have you on board. And what is another marvellous Friday night here at the Perth Ice Arena as the Vikings take back possession of the puck. Blackhawks through Woodman, open it up. That's smart by Woodman, playing it along the wings. The cross-ice pass came into Campbell. But the Vikings had greater coverage inside the slot to stop that from happening. From the middle, Woodman crashing on defensive ice. But well played in the end again. That man who's been right in the thick of it, Valentin Kazala, he's played well in defence. All completely through a Blackhawks player. And there was a bit of an illegal interference called by the referee with the red armband. And it looks like it'll be a face-off by the neutral line. In fact, it's a penalty against Sedenko. And we'll roll a shutter guard power play once again. And last time we had this situation, the Blackhawks scored through James Woodman from the low slot. So this is not a situation the Vikings would want to be in again. And so it'll be 5-on-4, and the Blackhawks have got it right where they want it. And they win the face-off through Kazala. They pass it back now. Minson. Wrist shot from the left-hand side. Scrambling for it and out of it. The Vikings turn it over through Kudla. Kudla keeping the stick out in front. Woodman. Brilliant play by Woodman. And he follows that up with a beautiful pass out to Kazala. He went cross-ice to Woodman. He gets it again, looking for the double. And well played in the end by Kudla, getting a little bit of physical pressure in himself. Kudla keeping it in front. That's beautiful play by Kudla. Kudla. And while the Blackhawks player loses his skates there, that was Campbell who slipped over. They still turn it over, and Campbell gets himself back up and plays it back to centre ice. Sack with open space. Pressured by Campbell. Back out there to Minson. Looking for the tip in there was Hillier. Doesn't get it. It's out from the sideboards onto open ice. Pulling out there was Smart to push that one back onto centre ice. Very risky. By the baseline, it's well played. Out towards Cuthbert. Cuthbert, cross ice to Shade. And just out of time there, Shade, to try and get that one to go. The Vikings with a fast break. Skylarloo shoots. Body checked off it by Grover. And this is where the physicality and tempo can really intensify. Grover. Slap shot along the end boards. Not hitting any targets apart from a few Vikings defenders. Holman was one of them. And cut off in the end by Grover. Out to Shade. They're setting up well from wing to wing. Shade looking for the slap shot in there. Grover backhands it. Behind the goal line goes Shade. He's under pressure from Dwayne Piefer. Grover again. He's under pressure a bit from Williams. Williams loses that one. No, that's Macaulay, I should say. Macaulay in a scramble for it. By there was Lou. Skylar Lou from the centre of the slot. He shoots but misses from point-blank range. Williams. Nice little back check there on Minson. And the shot comes in from Levesque in the centre of the slot. He put plenty of power on that one. But again, Charlie Smart causing some frustration for the Vikings as he makes a good save by the goal crease. Vikings desperately need a goal here if they want to get back in this game, because at the moment the Blackhawks have got it on their terms. Humiston pushes it forward. And it was obstruction call. And we'll have a repeat of the face-off on the outer circle. Humiston wins that one out, but it turned over to Woodman and Humiston. He breaks clear towards the slot. He shoots. Again, Charlie Smart with a fine save. Made a few good ones tonight. but all of them very important in the context of how this game has panned out. Kazala and Humiston. Even Stevens in that one, but eventually the Blackhawks break out through Grover. Campbell back onto centre ice. Beautiful cross-ice pass out to Kazala. Had some open space to play with, but not much. And the Vikings again have the puck back at their possession. Look at how the Blackhawks are countering the Vikings attack with some hard-pressed defence. The puck comes loose. It's open for Skylar Lowe. Opens up some space on the slot. Good defence by Woodman, keeping the stick in front. But Lou goes with the backhand. Now finds his teammate in Humiston. Goes back. Long slap shot comes in. Back in the slot by Lou. Again misses that one. Out of that scramble, and the Blackhawks turn it over and break away through Campbell. Campbell goes through one, just loses control of the puck, and the Vikings recycle that one out of defensive ice. Humiston again, combining there with Piefer. Moffat, long slap shot. Off Smart's knees there, and it's gone over the barriers and onto the net above. We'll have a delay as the sides make a couple of line changes. 7.5 minutes to go in the second period of this first game of round 12. The score is 2-0 in favour of the Blackhawks, who must win if they want to stay in that race for third place. And keep in mind, the sides between second and fourth on the ladder are separated by just 4 points. If the Blackhawks can get a win in this game, it'll only be a point between the two sides. They're calling a penalty for a delay in the game, but I don't think they're going to get it on the outer circle of the Vikings attacking zone. It'll be Williams for the Blackhawks. And he wins out on that one, but cut off by Piefer. Out there to Karius. Plays it along the boards. Kudla, who's back on. Intercepted by Williams. Nice breakaway from Williams. He's got great speed. Will he go cross-ice to Shade? He does, but turned over in the process. And now the Vikings have got it back, and all of a sudden they're under pressure. That play coming back from Minson. Bobbles out. Shade. Along the boards. And immediately the pressure comes in. Kudla's pass, a good one. Karius being supported there by Kudla. Hamilton shoots. Plenty of power on that one, but Charlie Smart reading it brilliantly and makes another good save, getting some encouragement by the fans, by the barriers, as we see on the CD Dodd replay. The setup was good by the Vikings, as you saw there. They're playing it along the wings. Hamilton had space to go for the slap shot. He's got power behind that right hand. And in the end, Charlie Smart, he kept his eye on the prize. Don't forget, coming up later tonight in our second game, we've got two sides on opposite ends of the ladder looking to stake their claim. The Flyers Blue looking to go 2 wins open on top of the ladder. And they do battle with the Sharks, who have been very competitive this season. It was 2 weeks ago here at the Perth Ice Arena. They caused a boil-over by beating the Flyers Orange 4-2 in that game. Will they cause another against the reigning champions? That remains to be seen. But back here in our first game, 5.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. It is 2-0 to the Blackhawks. The breakaway comes in from Kazala. The cross-ice pass intended for Sack. It turned over again. They spent that before they had it, the Vikings there, but Kudla retains possession from defensive ice. And look at the forward push by 2 of the Blackhawks players, forcing the Vikings to take the puck back. Out to Kudla from behind the goal line, and now he's on a little breakaway. Sets it up beautifully now for Moffat. It's pushed forward along the end boards. Moffat and Hamilton and Rayner setting that one up, but the Blackhawks again playing with greater coverage in that defensive area. Williams and Cuthbert combining on that one. Back and forth, the puck is gone now. This pass out towards the goal line. Turned over. Rayner with the backhand inside the slot. Doesn't get it. Turned over. Rayner shoots. From the corner of the area. Charlie Smart again. What form he has been on here tonight at the PIA. We'll have another face-off by the outer circle. The Blackhawks still under a bit of pressure. It's on their defensive zone. The Vikings desperately need that quick reply because they've had 2 goals scored against them tonight and they haven't been able to answer. Bypassing Levesque, but he keeps it in front. Well played, supported by Humiston in that scramble with Campbell and Williams. And they can't get it out there within 3 seconds. Behind the goal line, we'll have a face-off. But there was a little something more here, and that is against Mark Holman. But there will be a face-off by the neutral line here as a result. Vicarius and Williams. Referee playing a little bit with them at the moment. The face-off being won by Carius, and it's pushed back onto that offensive zone. Goes looking for Levesque, but didn't hit its target. The Vikings now get it back from the defensive zone. They're trying everything they can to stop this Blackhawks defensive pressure, but they're just forced into these blind passes from centre ice and into attack in the last couple of minutes. Shade under a bit of pressure. Moffat thrusts it forward now. Out to centre ice. It's forced back. Piefer. Piefer and Levesque. Almost turning that one over to Williams. Levesque loses it again to Williams. He shoots just by the left-hand post. Shade rebounds it behind the goal line, almost losing the stick in the process. Cross ice. Out there to Grover with the backhand. Ambitious one, in fact, it turned over. Levesque. Will he go cross ice to Lou? He goes and doesn't get that one. Levesque again from the corner to set it up to the low slot. But there were not enough targets. The Blackhawks coverage in the area, very good indeed. Scramble for it. Hamilton in front. Well played by Hamilton. Levesque looking for options. Plays it steadily. Well played by Levesque. Levesque out there to Rayner. Cross ice into the path of a few offensive players. Lou and Levesque. Williams out to Lou looking for the tip in. Doesn't get it. Piefer and Shade. 2-on-1. Piefer wins out on that one. But again, the Blackhawks have more coverage in that defensive slot area. And it's hoisted out there by Shade. Rayner coming up to meet it, however, with open space on the defensive zone. We're inside the last 80 seconds. Piefer, beautifully blocked. Williams with the rebound. Doesn't get all the slap shot in because Williams was able to recover that one. There are 2 Blackhawks out in the open. One of them is sacked, looking for a double. He goes from the corner. Cross ice in a direction there of Liam Campbell. I reckon he should have gone for the shot, because he had so much space inside the offensive slot. He would have had the opportunity. But in the end, the Vikings transfer it from end to end. And their opportunity stopped again by Campbell. Inside 40 seconds. In this second period, it is a 2-0 lead to the Blackhawks. The Vikings, they would want this goal to stop the rot. But the 2-on-1 won't do any help with that. Blackhawks getting that one to go. Onto the offensive zone only momentarily. Hamilton with a long shot from centre point. And again, Charlie Smart with a save. And I think that'll be the last play of this second period. We take it to the CD Dodd replay of that setup. And while the replay's going, the buzzer will go. Hamilton from centre point went for the shot and stopped in his tracks by Palmer. And that's the end of the second period as we take you back live. The Blackhawks leading at 2-0 here at the Perth Ice Arena in this round 12 clash. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, all the third period action in this round 12 Perth Premier League clash, thanks to CD Dodd and Front Row Screens.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
You're invited to Perth Ice Arena, Perth's premier ice skating rink. If you're into ice hockey, figure skating, a novice, or just enjoy the fun of ice skating, this is the place for you. Call or visit the website for session times. It's a great place to keep cool.
Recycle!
Welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena for the final period of this round 12 clash. The Vikings, well, they've got some work to do if they want to get back into this game because they trail 2-0 against the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks have played much more aggressively, much more disciplined than the Vikings under Sean Cookson. Well, they need a big start if they want to get back into this game. As you see there, a couple of the players for the Vikings giving themselves one final rev up and a plea for a big effort in this vital last period because they need 2 points. Because of a win for the Vikings would see them go into second place on the ladder since the Flyers Orange have a bye this week. No doubt the Flyers Orange will be watching intently to see if second place will be kept for them after round 12 or if the Vikings can come from behind and either snatch a point or get back into winning territory and second place, go for their second win in a row. The Blackhawks, well, they also need a win. Remember, the last period, 15 minutes and stoppage time. The referee saying that we're all ready. And the puck drops for the final period. We are underway. The Vikings have first possession to it. Humiston doesn't take clean possession on that one. It's pushed back. Zdenko. And now Humiston. On cross ice. Beautiful play out there to Moffat. Charlie Smart again. Clutching that one in. And as we go to the next play, we're going to let you soak in the sights and sounds of the CD Dodd Perth Premier League. So if you want to, you can turn the volume up and soak in all the sound. Another save there by Charlie Smart. And all the sights and sounds of WA ice hockey every Friday night. Charlie Smart makes that save. The clock stops. And we've played the first minute of this final period. 2-0. Scoreline in the Blackhawks' favour. They've maintained their advantage through good disciplined defence, good use of the puck. And been able to counter-attack the Vikings' defensive methods by pressing forward on their own and forcing the Vikings to pass the puck back. But the Vikings, they got it where they wanted, however. Levesque went to go cross ice to McCauley. And he has possession. Zdenko from the corner. And get that one to go past the left-hand post. The Blackhawks again have that vital entry through Hillier. Williams. And that goes through the gap. The plexiglass and in the net. The shot came in from Hillier. And we'll have a bit of a delay in the game waiting for the puck to come back onto the ice. We face off on the inner circle. We've got a new puck coming in so they can replace the old one. And a fan will keep that as a souvenir maybe. Puck being won by the Vikings. It's out to McCauley, but the pressure's on. They're playing more direct defence here, the Blackhawks, at the moment. It's off the end boards. Levesque. He's on the breakaway, but hasn't got a lot of targets to support. And no wonder. It's another defensive turnover. Shade plays it along the sideboards. And Moffat and Pieper combining to get that one back. Shade plays it a bit casually. Lewin McCauley on the centre slot. Turned over. Hillier shoots. Booten with a good save. He hasn't had many of those. Williams goes cross ice. Look at the triangle play here. Little reverse. Pieper plays it wide. The target was Levesque. And Grover in front. Puts the pressure on Levesque. On the end boards. Cross ice. Turned over. Grover. And now they release Shade. Will they go cross ice to open things up? He does. Shade gets it back. Out there to sack. Just in the nick of time there was Campbell. But he had a fresh airy. And the Vikings now have the opportunity to release it themselves. Oh, collision there. Rayner and a couple of Blackhawks. In the meantime, Moffat goes out back to Williams. He shoots, and again, Charlie Smart makes a good save, and a Blackhawks player is down on centre ice, as we see on the replay. Nasty accidental collision there by three players, two of them for the Blackhawks, and one of them is down on centre ice, so we'll have a delay in the game here. The clock stops at 12 minutes 16. It was a nasty hit. The collision, of course, was accidental. And no respect there from Levesque. Just kneeling down and saying, "Are you okay?" to his Blackhawks rival. And so we'll have a bit of a stop in the game. A hit involving Zach Rayner and another Blackhawks player. I can't pick it out directly from where I am in the commentary box, but hopefully will in due course, because that was a very hard hit indeed. Just joining us, Blackhawks leading 2-0. The clock has stopped at 12 minutes 16. That was Kazala, I can see on my screen. Kazala getting the brunt of it with that nasty hit. But it looks as though he can toughen it out. He's just on his knees saying, "I think I'm okay, but I'm just a bit dizzy," after that hit, because it was a pretty hard one. But Kazala's getting back up, getting a nice round of applause from the crowd. Very courageous and getting back up. He'll have a bit of a spell on the bench and recover from that. Seems a bit dazed from that hit, but he'll get back onto the rink before long, and we can have a resumption in this matchup. That was a pretty hard hit indeed. Be a face-off on the inner circle, the Vikings attacking zone. And good that the referee didn't give a penalty there, because it was an accidental collision. A very hard one indeed. Game back underway. And the Blackhawks again went out this one on the face-off. They had the face-off battles go their way. Kudla with a fine shot, no score. Hamilton and Humiston combining. The shot came in from Humiston. Kudla goes through one. Forced back onto the neutral line. Kudla cross ice out there to Hamilton. Shoots just by the right-hand post. And again, the physicality coming back in. Sedenko plays it out wide. Into the central area of the slot. Karius, he shoots and goes through the hole in the net again. 2-0, 11:45 remaining. We've had ourselves another good game here, but the Blackhawks have had it in control all throughout the night. They'll get coming up later. In our next game, we have the Sharks and the Flyers Blue, the reigning champions, looking to extend their gap atop the ladder. We've still got 11.5 minutes to go of this matchup, so stay right where you are. The Vikings are by no means out of it, but they do need to score. They need a goal here to put the pressure on the Blackhawks, because they've got the puck where they want it, but they lose it. Only momentarily. Hiller and Cuthbert supported by Shade. Williams deep in the slot, pressured by the 2-on-1. Great defending by Kudla and Sedenko. Williams, lovely 180. Can he pass it through the gap? No, he doesn't. Hamilton goes cross ice to Humiston, who breaks away from centre ice. Allows Sedenko to go for it. He shoots. Ooh, didn't get all of it. The Blackhawks get the turnover. Tomek Sack through the gap. He shoots. Booten pushes that one forward. McCauley back out to Sedenko. It's along the sideboards now. Campbell. Lovely wrist pass back onto the offensive zone, but well covered in the end by Holman. Holman plays it along the wings. That's a lovely pass. Will they go cross ice? Yes, they do. Out to McCauley. He couldn't get that one steady. He keeps it going from behind the goal line. The slot is largely vacant, but the coverage at the edge, very good for the Blackhawks, allowing the turnover. Long shot comes in there from Kazala. Ambitious there by Booten, almost leaking a goal. Sack under pressure and loses control of the puck. Eventually gives it up to McCauley. Levesque playing with patience here. Oh, his patience almost got the better of him there. Backhander to Moffat. From the corner, he goes for it. Faked it out. Open ice pass out towards the offensive zone. So that's making a couple of line changes now as Williams from defensive ice. He's released. Moffat along the end boards. And that's a smart pass too, because that allowed Lou to go for that one. Out to Williams. And barging in there was Tomek Sak. He's played himself a good game tonight. Will it be an icing call? No, it won't. It's covered by Woodman. Went for the backhander tip in. Almost executed by Williams. Vikings with an open ice pass. That one coming from Moffat. And will be an icing call. It's going to go all the way back to the Blackhawks attacking zone. And this is their big chance to possibly seal this issue in this game. It's going to be on the outer circle. And keep in mind they are without a couple of star players, Neal and Lacasse, through injury. So if they can hold on to this lead or get one more goal, this will be a very good win and an important one in the context of their season. Still 9.5 minutes remaining on the CD Dodd scoreboard in this round 12 game. A little bit of physical pressure going on there. One player losing the stick. The Blackhawks turn it over again. Shade and Piefer. Piefer wins out on that one, but loses the next battle with Williams. Great play. Plays it off to Hiller. Or was he tripped up? Yes, he was. Referee's calling that. He's waving the arm. And it's a trip up with the stick there, so that'll mean a penalty. And that is against, I believe, it's Kudla. And Kudla just speaking to the referees there, saying, why is that a penalty? But it's a decision that's being made. In fact, no penalty is being called. Yes, it has. No, it's not against Kudla. My mistake, it's Rayner who's in the penalty box. And he'll spend 2 minutes in the box. And this is good for the Blackhawks because that first goal was scored via a penalty. Another Shutterguard power play in effect. And the Vikings, they'll have to resort to these open ice passes to try and counter what the Blackhawks have done. There it goes from Kudla. Casually manned there by Smart. Along the end boards now, they've got the extra man on the ice to their advantage. Great speed, well played, but equally as good that defensive effort from Kudla with the stick. And now they guide it onto centre ice. Humiston trying to go for that aggressive turnover. Sak with open space along the wings, but he needs targets to push forward. Will he go cross ice? Yes, he does. This is a good build-up. Out there towards the goals. Doesn't get that one. Sak. He's got a target for the slap shot. Grover from the centre point. Doesn't get that one to go. Kudla from defensive ice, pressured by Campbell, but he's got a supporter there in Humiston. Another open ice pass, a minute from the penalty being killed off. The Blackhawks need to convert here. And the Vikings, well, they need to chew off as much time as possible. Zdenko, voice pass from centre ice, and there's a bit of an illegal use with the stick there. Mid-air. And the referee's calling that one. And it looks like a face-off by the outer circle. 38 seconds left in this Shutterguard power play as a result of Rayner. Face-off being won by the Vikings, and now they got players pushing back again. Kudla forced back. He's under direct pressure here from Woodman. That was great play by Woodman in pushing Kudla back. And as a result, the Blackhawks have it at their disposal again. What can the Vikings do here? They need to be a little bit more desperate. They've shown some good glimpses early on in the game, but these goals that have proven very crucial in the context of this game is certainly adding more pressure. Time is certainly going to be of the essence here because it is stoppage time after each goal or face-off. Zdenko. Out of defence. McCauley and Rayner playing that one too casually. That allows Shade to come in. He goes for the shot. And Corey Booton going down low with a fine save. As we take in now the CD Dodd replay and how the pressure came in from the Vikings, and the Blackhawks I should say, allowing Shade to penetrate that offensive slot and go for the goal. And that score would have sealed the issue right there and then. Resolute defence by the Vikings is keeping themselves in this game. They're by no means out of it, but a shade comes in. He goes for the shot. That one off the tip of the barrier, but luckily it didn't hit the net. Levesque, nice backhander out there to Lou. But just out of his reach. Maintain that possession. Booten almost bobbled out of the legs there. He releases it. It goes only as far as Tomic's sack for the Blackhawks. Slap shot comes in. Kazala had a bit of power on that one. But look at the open area on the offensive zone. Levesque was a prime target, but Smart plays it back. It's on the outer wing. There's a scramble for it. The Vikings emerge with it. Levesque on the outer side. Lovely cross-ice pass to McCauley. Doesn't get it off in time. He was under considerable pressure. Back onto the left-hand corner point. Out to Levesque from the corner. Turned over again on the slot. There's extra coverage by the Blackhawks. On the outer wing now. This is good play. It's a scramble for it. The referee better get in there, and he does. Holman. Lovely backhander out there by Levesque. He shoots, and he doesn't get that one to go on the net. A lot of chances not going the Vikings' way at the moment. Cuthbert along the end boards. That was the only way to go. And now we're into the last 5 minutes of this match. Been a good showing by the Blackhawks, and look at the chance they have now with the open space for Woodman. He goes for it. Fine save, Booten. Will he keep that one stoned in? All casually just hoist that one up, allowing the Blackhawks to gain traction in that passage of play. Kudla and Cuthbert in a scramble, but Kudla being supported very well there by Spencer, who's had a quiet night. Woodman goes for the slap shot. Ricocheted off a Vikings defender. Backhander comes in from the edge of the goal line. Booten flicks it forward. And that allows Rayner to go with the turnover, but he spent that one before he had it. Kudla gets that one back. Now breaking away from the goal line. Needs to keep it in front. Pressured into the turnover, but recovered well by Chad Rayner. Piefer from the outer defensive wing. Looking to go for the through pass. Brilliant play. Moffat releasing Kudla. Will he go cross ice? Great physical play there by the Blackhawks, but it has been ruled illegal. And that was a bit of head-high contact there from the defender. And that was Woodman, I think it was, yes. As we take you now to the CD Dodd replay. Lovely pass from Moffat, setting Kudla up. But as you can see here, wham! Head-high contact there. And the Blackhawks will have that penalty against them this time. It is Woodman. Just as we said, we will spend 2 minutes in the penalty box, and this will be possibly the most crucial passage for the Vikings. If they cannot get a score out of this Shutterguard power play, then some may say it'll be game over. Kudla from the centre point, he shoots. That's the first one. That's what you want. You want many shots on target. But you've got to have them a little bit closer than that. Kudla gets that one out back to Humiston, and Hamilton supporting him. Now Kudla again. Keeps it in front. Got Hamilton. Does he go wide to Humiston? He goes to the open space of Kudla. He shoots. Harrius looking for the tip-off out in front. Harrius again looking for Kudla as a prime target, but again the Blackhawks doing everything they can to kill off this penalty. They go out wide to Williams. And back out to Kudla on the inner wing. Hamilton finds some space inside the slot, and now forced to go back again. Kudla slowing down the tempo. Kudla shoots, and it's off the net and through the gap again. There'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Vikings, as we see on the replay. They slowed down the tempo in there to play a little bit more patiently. The shot was the right way to go, but just had a little too much power with that particular shot. We're inside the last 3 minutes of this match on the CD Dodd scoreboard. 2-0 in favour of the Blackhawks. It's by the neutral line. We're still in power play time at the moment. Face-off being won. Levesque. Thrashley shafts forward. Again, turned over. Zdenko. They're playing with patience here. Will it pay off? And that pass putting the Vikings under a little bit of duress at the moment. Zdenko Under pressure from Williams. Good stick checking there by Williams. Down low, it's a scramble. Eventually recovered by Levesque. Bumped off it. Williams with the open ice pass out towards the defensive zone. And Booten will come up to meet it to allow Sedenko to recover that one out of defence. The pass releasing Skylar Lowe. Looking for the slap shot from the corner. He shoots just by the left-hand post. That could have been a big chance to sew something up for the game. Holman plays it out wide. Lowe casually keeps it in front of him. Ben Williams with another open ice pass. And the penalty has been killed off. With just under 2 minutes to go. That is brilliant by the Blackhawks of Vikings. Well, I have to say, that would have been their last chance for victory. Kudla looking to go wide. He's got Sedenko in support, but he elects to go himself. Smart flicking it forward off the pads. And the Blackhawks just happy to slow things down. They may think they've got this game in the bag, but there is another minute and a half to go, and anything can happen. Campbell under pressure from Kudla and Sedenko. Good play from both. Keep it out in front. In that defensive zone, it's a scramble for it. It was a 4-on-1 situation, and the Vikings were easily going to outnumber that lone Blackhawk. McCauley releasing Kudla. And they play it out wide. Moffat, what can he do? Does he keep it out in front? No. They pressed it too much. The Blackhawks inflict the turnover once again. It's bobbled out, back onto centre ice. Kudla looking to gun for it with some space. And it looks like there was a bit of interference, yes. And the clock will stop at 51 seconds. And that is against Humiston by the looks of it. As we see the CD Dodd replay of exactly what happened. Kudla was in the right place at the right time, but yes, as you can see there, referee making the decision on that obstruction, I was told. And a timeout has been called, a short timeout with 51 seconds on the clock. Perfect time to remind you that a little later on, after this game, we have got the Sharks and the Flyers blue in the second game of this round 12 doubleheader here at the Perth Ice Arena. The Sharks being very competitive in this season. The Flyers blue, the reigning champions, on top of the ladder, looking to extend their run at the head of the championship in 2021. 5 wins, 1 loss and 2 draws. And the best goal difference out of all the competition, the Sharks have got the worst goal difference of them all. The Blues are positive 21, the Sharks are negative 20. So that'll come up after this game, which has 51 seconds remaining on the clock. Be a face-off by the neutral line. Humiston and Kazala, who's come back on after that hard hit a few minutes ago. Oh, and he gets his own back on Carriers, but it was accidental. Referees say get on with it. Shot comes in from Kudla. That one just wide to the right-hand post. The Vikings have it where they want it. Don't want to waste another possession, although time is obviously against them. They won't win this game, I don't think. Kudla from the back. There's a scramble for it. Puck comes loose. Hamilton. And rebounding that one is Kudla. Ricocheted off the Blackhawks defender. Kudla plays it himself. Goes for it just by the left-hand post. Vikings doing everything they can, but the time will run out. If it wasn't for the Blackhawks capitalising on their chances, maybe the game would have been a little bit tighter. And a little bit of bickering going on there. Humiston and a couple of Blackhawks players, and with seconds to go, pushing and shoving involved here. Humiston right in the thick of it, along with Smart and a couple of Blackhawks players there. So late in this game, Hamilton too being involved. So is Kazala and Woodman. But referees just separating them at the moment. So we've got a bit of another delay here with 6 seconds to go. Blackhawks will win it. They will get the vital 2 points they need and go 1 point behind third place on the ladder. And they'll have a slight improvement on their goal difference too. So after that delay, I don't think any penalties will be called. And there's a bit of a chat going on by the inner wing, just a little bit lower on the rink. Woodman there just having a chat with the refs. But luckily no penalties called out of that. We get the last seconds of this game going. Humiston pushes forward against Kazala, but it won't make a difference as the puck is played on the right-hand corner point. The buzzer will go. It's an open ice hit out towards the goal line, but the Blackhawks, despite missing 2 key players through injury, have sealed the issue with a fine 2-0 win over the Vikings, who weren't able to capitalise on their chances tonight, but they did have plenty in all 3 periods. But those 2 goals by Sack and Woodman put further pressure on the Vikings, and the Blackhawks defence played more physical and they were more disciplined overall. If you look at the context of this game, the Vikings, they'll have a lot of work to do ahead of their next game if they want to keep a top 2 spot in their grasp, because this was a big chance for them tonight to overtake the Flyers Orange in second place. But unfortunately, the Blackhawks were just too strong. They were just too disciplined, too skilled, too good all over in this game. Without Neil and Lacasse through injury, they were still able to put together a very good game indeed and a well-earned win. The Blackhawks' 3rd win of 2021, and they go to 8 points from 7 games. The Vikings, well, that's their 3rd loss in the season. They go to 3-3-3 from their 9 games so far. So a good win for the Blackhawks, and we'll take you now to some highlights to wrap things up, thanks to CD Dodd on what was a very good Blackhawks win. Very physical showing in the first period, but those crucial goals in the middle stages of the first and second period really put the pressure on. The Vikings had good setup in the 3rd, but those chances really came the Blackhawks' way, and they were able to play tight, play much more aggressive at the puck compared to the Vikings all that game. Woodman and Sack's goals really putting further pressure on the Vikings, and contributions like from Grover, Campbell, and even Shade and Cuthbert really allowed the Blackhawks to open the rink up a little bit more when going from defence into attack. All in all, a fine win by the Blackhawks, 2-0, with goals coming from Sack and Woodman, and that win takes them to within 1 point of 3rd place heading into next week's game. But make sure you stay tuned on our Front Row Screens Facebook page and on the Perth Premier League Facebook page and on YouTube, because we've got the second game coming up in just about 15 minutes' time. The Sharks doing battle with the reigning champions, the Flyers Blue, here at the Perth Ice Arena. On behalf of Bailey, Ryan, Matt and all the Front Row Screens team, this is Paul Persick saying we'll see you in 15 minutes for game number 2 of round 12. The reigning champions taking on the young Sharks. We look forward to seeing you then.